Hey friends, Andy here with the Lee team. We are here to celebrate the completion of 5513 and 5511 St. Elmo Avenue, which I'm really excited. I'm here with Steve Lewin. He's the owner of Lewin Construction, really to just discuss what sets these homes apart in a great architecturally rich neighborhood like St. Elmo.
Well, thanks. We love St. Elmo because it has such a great tradition of architecture and details, and we love the preservation work, that is ongoing in the neighborhood. And we see our work as a continuation of what has happened over the decades to add to the diversity of styles and also speak of who we are today. What is our generation, representing in builders and in architecture. So we want to be respectful of the fabric of the neighborhood, but also speak to who we are today. So that's what makes them different from most other constructions.
That's excellent. Steve, as I understand it, you and your brother both designed and built these homes, and we would love to hear what are some of the design aspects that you would like to highlight for us?
We just love home design as part of what we do. We don't just like the construction and the quality of the construction, but also the design is very important for us, as much on the outside as on the inside in the flow and functionality of the house. But part of the design on the outside and our aim was to be relevant and fit with the fabric of the neighborhood, and that can be seen in the shapes of the homes that are much more reminiscent of homes that were built about 100 years ago. So you can see that readily by just observing the shapes and format of the homes, but also be relevant to who we are today, as a builder doing contemporary architecture, that speaks of our generation. So we love that. We introduce also some timber work elements that can be seen on both houses, and some contrasting from one to the other, so they're not both the same. 5513 is much more solid in its appearance, because it has big oak timbers supporting the front porch, but the other one is more is thinner and more elongated, sort of taking the gaze upwards to the roof, but also balancing with the handrail design. So those are some of the fun things that we like to add to our design. The lines are much more contemporary also on the outside. We carefully selected the windows to participate in that architectural design. And something also that makes these homes unique is they are unique. We never design the same house twice, or we never build the same house that we design, because we like design too much, and we don't want to do cookie cutter homes, and we feel like every home should be just as unique as the person that lives in it. That's what we believe in our design. And all that to do something that is fitting with the fabric and that speaks of who we are. So that's our aim for those two homes.
Excellent. Steve, one of the things I was struck with, and I'm sure anyone walking through the home will be, is just there are materials in that home that I've never really experienced in Chattanooga before, and I'd love for you to just touch on some of those materials.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually a traditional Japanese technique, which is called shusuiban, which is done by burning wood on the surface, and then we brush it so that there's no char residue left, to stick to the hands, to the clothes, and things like that. And it has many benefits to it in prolonging the useful life of the wood, to increasing the bug resistance, to UV resistance also. And we chose to use it on already naturally decay-resistant wood like white oak for the timbers on the front porch of 5513, and western red cedar also for the siding on the front porch. And it gives a very unique look. But not only did we use it on the outside, we also chose to use it on the inside for the door trim and combined with some colors and the window sills. But yeah, it makes for a very unique product, and we just love that technique.
So Steve, you've touched on your passion for design. You've never built the same house twice. Can you touch on the quality of construction?
Yeah, absolutely. We bring to these two homes many techniques that we have developed for our custom home side of the business. And all that starting from the foundation. We have a foundation, particularly the footer, that is 10 times, literally 10 times stronger than what the code minimum requires. And because we feel like the foundation, without a good foundation, the house doesn't have a chance of lasting a very long time. So we pay careful attention to those, but also many other things that are hidden. There's a window pan flashing that is very carefully crafted, that we've developed our own way of doing it. and any other possible points of intrusion of water, which is what will make the house deteriorate faster than you would like it to. So, other things being maintained, like the roof, there's no reason that this house wouldn't last 100, 200 years, with proper maintenance, which is always our aim in those homes, is a multi-generational aspect of the home, to be able to hand down your home to your kids, to their grandkids. So that's what we value in the construction, and many of those are just not seen. So it's worth talking about it, because without communicating, people will not know.
Steve, share with us some of the things you're most passionate about on the selection of interior features.
Yeah, absolutely. There are some great, we pay careful attention to what we select for the lighting fixture, to the plumbing fixtures, to be congruent with the style of the architecture. So we don't want something that is not similar inside as it is outside, like a shell that speaks of one architecture, but then an inside that doesn't speak the same, so we want to be relevant there. Also to the selection of countertops, those are just fantastic, beautiful coffee leathered finish granite, which is so different from the slick finish. You run your hand on it, it feels like leather. It's just beautiful. We love it. To also the selection for the wooden floors. We wanted material that is going to be long lasting, so we selected hickory and oak, very durable material that tie in to the longevity that we want the house to speak of.
Steve, as someone with an engineering background, and I've watched you over the years really develop your own techniques to maximize energy efficiency in homes. Could you touch on that for us?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We believe that energy efficiency is a critical part of how the home functions, because it helps be very comfortable in the house. So it's one thing to have a house, but it's also another to be and live comfortably in one. So we're very particular about the details of the energy efficiency, starting from the crawl space, all the way from the bottom to the very top. So in the crawl space, we encapsulate the crawl space, which moves away from that traditional musty, smelly, science experiment looking alien form growing under your house that no one wants to crawl under, to something that is very clean. You can throw a mattress, take a nap, and be very comfortable, because it is conditioned the same as a house. To the exterior walls, and on those particular houses we use a dense pack cellulose insulation, which has not only a very good R value, so insulation value, but also has a tremendous acoustical value, which means it shields a house from the noise around it. So it's kind of like, imagine wrapping your house in a blanket, and that's what it feels like being in the home, kind of isolated, which we felt was important given the location of the homes. But also to the attic, we don't insulate over the ceiling, which is traditionally also what is done, and that you have a very hot attic. So if it's 90 degrees outside, your attic is going to be at 130, 140 degrees, and all that pushes down on the house and makes your air conditioning work that much harder. So instead of the traditional hot attic, we follow the thermal envelope with the roof, with the weather envelope. So both of those are the same. So you have also an attic that is indirectly conditioned, and also that lowers the burden of conditioning the house. So you take that, which is a very tight home, very energy efficient windows and walls and all that assembly, but also we combine it with a good efficiency in our system. So we have air conditioning that goes up to about 17.5 years.
Steve, this has been fantastic. We've covered quite a bit on these homes. I'm really excited to be launching them this week. Can you just speak to the buyer out there who's sifting through options? I'd love for you to touch on the uniqueness of these homes.
Well, yeah, I would say if you're looking for a home that is built like an heirloom and passed down from generation to generation, or a home that blends construction quality, energy efficiency, and unique artistic design features not found in other homes, then this home is uniquely suited for you.